I've been retired for a year, but I have been calling it receiving my pension but still working. Not even semi-retired, but it just dawned on me the other day that actually I am retired with an income stream. So stick around and I'll explain all. I've put it into 4 stages because it's a bit of a lengthy story. Work at all. I'm going to explain it in 4 stages because I think that's probably better to keep me a bit more concise. So 2020, the world changed and we went into lockdown. I then had to start working from home, as did everybody. That came as a bit of a shock to me, but I got used to it and really enjoyed it and found that actually I preferred that. When we were all called to come back to work, I found that really hard. I felt like I was working at an international train station or airport. It was busy, noisy, I could hear everyone's conversations, and I suppose everyone was catching up in person because we haven't seen each other for a while. There were lots of new faces, and it was all quite, I actually think for me, quite overwhelming. Around that time, and I'm not 100% sure of my dates, I had decided that I would go on HRT. I had a few sort of health problems around menopause that I was trying to resolve. However, the mix of feeling overwhelmed, taking my HRT, which actually didn't agree with me, and soon after that I stopped taking it. I didn't take it for very long and I haven't resumed because it's just not for me. That's not to say that it's not for other people, and it's not absolutely fabulous for other people and making life wonderful for them, but for me it didn't work. So a couple of situations happened at work that I wasn't able to manage. As I said, I felt overwhelmed, and then I felt I just need to leave. The company were very good to me. They did try to really help me, and I mean it was just a complete shift, and I decided that I was leaving, and I was adamant I was leaving. And so that takes us to the next stage 2. I found a new job. I thought to myself, let's get a position where I am not too much is demanded of me. I don't have to think too much. I could just go in, do my work, say hi to a few people, earn some money and eke my time out until retirement. How wrong was I? These little jobs don't exist. People get stressed at all levels. You know, all jobs come with their stresses and strains. And I wasn't doing the second job for very long. I'd realised it wasn't for me. It was a complete sitting down job. You sat in your seat for the maximum amount of time. What they needed was the maximum amount of work done. So they had, let's throw Flower's ball. Let me throw your ball. So they had, I felt really under pressure. They had the kettle behind me and the toilet next door. So there wasn't really even an opportunity to sort of go for a walk. It was like 4 hours. Do you want me to throw that ball? 4 hours doing your work, lunch break, which I did get out and go to walk for, and then back on the work. I mean, my health actually did decline. There are a couple of points that I noticed, but I noticed a massive decline for just sitting down for hours on end. So I applied for another job because I got an email that said, on this occasion you haven't been successful. And that was just from putting my CV in. And that really did hit me hard. I thought, I've got to leave. I've got to move on from this job. So, let's throw your ball for you. Because it was affecting my health. And I mean, I don't enjoy just sitting down. I like to be up and active and out and about. Knee-jerk reaction. I sent an email to my managers handing in my notice. I sent a WhatsApp message to my partner saying, I'm so sorry, I can't stay doing this job anymore. I'm going to hand my notice in. I did it, and it was very reckless, but it had to happen, and it was the right decision. But I still didn't consider myself retired. I considered that I was looking at my resources that I had available to me, looking at monies that I would have coming in, and how I would manage until I was retired at 67. These were my thoughts. Okay, hold on. There you go. There you go. So I called for my pension from my job that I'd been in for 21 years, and I used this, that I haven't mentioned yet, is I had a small income stream from my main job, and I did that for them, and I did it as extra work, and they paid me as overtime. But then when I left and went to the second job, I then had to start doing a tax return on that. It's not a lot, it's a few hours a week sometimes, but it is something. And so I added that to my pension, and I've been working out how to manage on that. And you know, oh, there's your ball. Oh, hold on. I knew I was going to do it. I've lost my stages. I do believe that we're at stage 3. Yeah, so yeah, I think we're at stage 3. So stage 4 is I've been living like that for a year. I've been going on holidays. I've just been being very careful. I've been looking at what I do not need to spend money on, what doesn't bring me joy, what I'm trying not to wear my glasses so that you can see me, and I'm not always hidden behind a pair of glasses. But the optician had said that I should always wear glasses in the sun.